You're listening to Talking Bullish, the new Bradford Bulls fan podcast. And we're your hosts, Alan Raisin and Laura Micklefield.
This week, we review the Halifax match, have a talk about some Bulls news, and look forward to the match ahead at Doncaster and a double dose of Bull or No-ble.
Great, so it was another Friday night fever at Odsal on Friday night with a record attendance for this season.
Yeah, I'm getting used to these Friday nights, to be honest. It's a shame that this week's the last one. I've quite enjoyed them, and I know there were a lot of hesitation from fans about going to Friday night matches, but the general consensus that I've seen, like from fan groups and online, is that people have actually enjoyed it. I think making it kind of a bit of a party, so to speak, with the DJ and the fireworks and all the rest of it, people are really loving. And I know some people were saying it'd be nice to see that on Sundays as well.
And obviously Halifax getting quite used to coming to Odsal now, so maybe that made up the attendance as well.
Yeah, I think they did send quite a few. I know sat in the stands there were quite a few Halifax fans near us, and it definitely makes a difference. It's so much better when you've got away fans as well. It's just a better atmosphere in general. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good atmosphere, and glad to see the attendances going up.
So tell us how we got started.
So yeah, it started, I suppose, similar to other matches. Bit of a poor start. It was kind of on both sides, really, particularly from us, though, a bit scrappy. And straight away we kind of give away a kickable penalty to make it 2-0 to them. And I thought we were kind of going to get the first try of the match because we nearly got an intercept, but unfortunately Ott couldn't take it in, meaning soon after that, Halifax then obviously got a set near our line and finished that off with a nice little grubber and converted try. So it was 8-0 to them at that point.
But yeah, so the first 20 minutes, not really the best from the Bulls, but on 24 minutes, Doro runs a lovely line to score under the sticks. And again, that gets converted. So it's 6-8 at that point. Yeah,
I felt like we were getting back into it. It was good to see that we kind of had the resilience to do that rather than slip away. But Halifax weren't kind of going away, but they did kick out on the full from the kickoff from that. So we got a penalty on halfway, which we made count as Keys put a lovely ball up. It was palm back to Ock, and Blake went over to score. Lovely try, I think that one was. It was a really nice kick from Keys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the conversion, so it was 10-8 at that point, but it was nice to know that we were kind of getting back into it and getting the lead at that point.
Yeah, and then heading towards half-time, Halifax get a 40-20 to put pressure on the Bulls line. And then Halifax get a goal line drop out as the ball goes behind the line, and we manage to kick it out into touch. So then they look to be building pressure as they keep pushing towards our line. And then they get a penalty for a late tackle and opt for the 2, just approaching half-time to level it up to 10-10.
Yeah, I thought it was it was strange that they opted for 2. I thought they would have tried to go and get the try on that one, but I can kind of understand the logic going in at half time, making sure you're guaranteed on even points and put it on an even playing field. But I was quite kind of grateful that they did, because I thought 2 kind of pressurised sets on our line. I think there were a chance that we could have broke there, but yeah, lucky for us, they went for the 2. I felt like it wasn't best for the first 20 minutes, but then we seemed to step it up defensively in the last 20 minutes of the half. Discipline had cost us the lead at half-time, really, because it's the 2 kick penalties from Fax. They only managed to get the 1 try anyway, so if it wasn't for the penalties we gave away, we would have seemed more in control at that point. But yeah, generally, I was pretty pleased with the fact that we went in 10-all, because I thought, like I say, from the kind of scrappy start we had and the indiscipline at times, we could have ended up shooting ourselves in foot there and been chasing the game again. So it was good to not be chasing the game at that point, and thought we really need to come out and have a good second half. What did you think?
At that point, looking forward to the second half. We always do well in the second half, I think, don't we? So
I think we're used to the fact that we're having good second halves at the minute, so I think we're kind of relying on that. And thankfully, Bulls did come out firing in the second half as we expected. And it was excellent defence forcing a goal line dropout. On the following set, there's passes through hands, Seanock going over in the corner from a lovely pass from Blake. And then we got a lovely touchline conversion from Lily as well. So I think it was about 5 minutes into the second half, and we got ourselves 16-10 up at that point. I thought, like, hopefully we'll kick on from here. It seemed like we'd kind of upped the energy at that point. That halftime break had kind of done us good.
And then we trade sets for a bit, and it was all quite a bit of pressure from Fax. And then on 62 minutes, Holmes is taken out off the ball, and again we go for two, which is, I don't think we would have seen that last season.
It's more game management. I'm enjoying it. It's the fact that we're thinking about things a bit more and trying to get the guaranteed points rather than trying for a try all the time. And it was a sensible thing to do, because obviously it made it 18-10. So you're forcing them to score twice, really. So it's I felt like that was a really wise decision at that point.
And then we get a sin binning on 68 minutes as Gill is tackled high, and the Halifax player sent to the sin bin.
Yeah, I thought it was, to be fair, when I've looked on the replay with that, was a little bit harsh on the Halifax player, if I'm honest. And I know that Gill was kind of falling to the ground as the Halifax player tackled, but the rules are, and I mean, we've seen it in Super League, like over the last season, about these sin binnings for head contact, but it was a contact to the head tackle, so therefore it had to be a sin bin. But yeah, a little bit harsh on Halifax, but in the same sense, I'm not going to complain, obviously, because we did capitalise from it.
Yes, indeed we did. So
after the sin bin, obviously Gill, he gets back up and carries on playing, and then it was 2 minutes later from when he were kind of nearly knocked out, he's scoring. So there was it was converted by Hooley again, so it was 24-10 at that point.
And then by that time we're all confident of the 2 points coming Bradford's way, but we don't stop there. Holmes does a brilliant tackle, and Halifax lose the ball. Armitage collects and dots it down. And then with a conversion as well by Hooley. So final score, 30-10. What a result.
Yeah, brilliant second half performance. I think we looked really strong in attack. I think the spine's definitely clicking now. It seems to be getting better. I'm really hoping that spine stays the same, and that we've laid the platform for the backs to play with the forwards doing the job as well. So I think it was like an all-round team effort. I really enjoyed it. I'd say my only criticism would have been the first 20 minutes, but in fairness, we did show a lot of resilience with the defence, because we're talking one try conceded in the whole match. The only other points from penalties, which could go either way. But I were really impressed. It wasn't the 80-minute performance we've seen in a couple of matches this season. It kind of was a more 60-minute performance, but the second half I think was really really good, really enjoyable. I know that we were kind of bouncing and jumping out of our seats a lot in the stands, because it was a brilliant atmosphere as well. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a brilliant team performance. I think, to be fair, anyone could have been chosen for man of the match, but it was Gill who was chosen. I did think he had a really strong match defensively and in attack as well.
Yeah, Brian called him out as having a particularly good match as well. And he said Key's kicking game was the best it's been for a while as well. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think he had some brilliant tactical kicks, and I think this is to do with the fact that Tom is in the halves with him. I do think it's really working. I think they complement each other really well. I think because Tom is more of a kind of running half, so he's attacking the line more, or trying to dink little kicks through and stuff. It leaves kind of Keys to have more of the kind of thoughtful game, which is he's really planning how he's kind of doing his tactical kicks and when he needs to do it and where. And I think it's working a lot better. I do think it's really gelling with them two in the halves, and I think we've finally found the combination that's definitely working. So let's hope they keep fit and healthy. But and then Hitman was Skur. He could be Hitman every week, I think, to be fair. He always makes a massive impact.
Yeah, and it was his 100th career appearance and all at the Bulls. So, congratulations to Skur.
Yeah, big congratulations to Eben. He's been a favourite of mine since he kind of started playing for Bradford. Obviously, he's come through the academy ranks, but yeah, since he's made his first team debut, he's kind of not looked back from there, and it's good for him to get to 100 career appearances, and even better that they've all been for the Bulls. Yeah, brilliant. It was a well-deserved hit man, so I think that's why he got most of the votes. In fairness, I did actually vote for Fulton myself, but I think it's just because Fulton does just kind of go under the radar a bit more, but I noticed in that match, like, obviously he was on for the full 80, and he never missed a beat in attack or defence. He was just, I thought he was really, really strong. I thought particularly good performance from Fulton. But as I say, I know we don't like to kind of single players out unless it's for the positives, but all round, I think you could say something positive about everyone who played on the pitch on Friday. I thought it was, really good team effort. I think they really showed up for each other. Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah. And I mean, you mentioned about the spine. Also, Brian No-ble was commenting that, the spine's more stable now and we can really build on that strength.
Yeah, I really hope so. Like I say, we just keep fingers crossed that we stay injury free and we don't have to shuffle anything round again. And if we can keep it as it is, I think we've got a really good shot of contesting, obviously, the top places in the league before we go into the playoffs.
Yeah, but then I guess talking of stability, we've actually signed some new players.
Yeah, we've signed Chris Hill until the end of the season. I personally think this is a brilliant bit of business. I know we've got some critics and there's a lot of people kind of saying he's too old or he's past it and all this sort of thing. Well, I think my nephew was one of those people saying he was too old, and I said he had to watch it because he's the same age as me. But obviously he meant too old to be playing rugby. But I said, no, like, obviously the props are... they do kind of come into the prime a bit later in life, so to speak, and he's still going strong. I know I wasn't at the match where we played Salford in the Challenge Cup, but I know my dad and nephew both went to that match and said he was one of the standout props for Salford in that match and totally outplayed our props on that day. And he was pretty much on, I think, for the full 80. So to do that and at his age, I think he's still got a lot to give, and I think he'll definitely do a job for us in the front, especially, obviously, I don't know the situation with Doro at the minute, but if he does go back, I think we'll definitely be lacking in that area. So I think it can only be a good thing. And his credentials speak for themselves, really. He's powerful, he's experienced, he's an international player. Definitely good acquisition for the final matches. I mean, I do feel for Salford fans at the minute. I feel like they're kind of Bradford from 2017, where our kind of squad was getting picked apart and all his homegrown academy players were going off to pastures new. So I know it's not nice for Salford fans to see this. I mean, their loss is our gain, but I do feel for them, to be honest, because it's not nice when all your players are jumping ship.
Yeah, tough situation. But then, also rumours of signing a couple of players. I don't really know their pedigree, but Ethan Ryan and Jack Ormondroyd. Tell me about them.
Yeah, so there's Ethan Ryan. I would absolutely love for Ethan Ryan to come back. He's Bradford born. He was Bradford season ticket holder before he was a player. He's an academy product of Bradford Bulls. He stayed with us right through the academy up until I think it was 2019 when he got his opportunity to go to Super League, and none of us at the time could blame him because obviously it's only a short career in rugby league and wanted him to have a shot at Super League, and obviously he's been in Super League ever since. And yeah, he's always he's always been missed, and I think everyone would absolutely love him to come back. I think any kind of Bradford fan who's been watching since he played really would definitely want him back. So if that is true, I think that'll please a lot of fans. I really do. Obviously, with him being a winger, it makes a lot more competition because we've got quite strong on the edges at the minute, but I can't see Ethan not getting in if we did sign him. I really hope that one's true. Again, sad situation because obviously don't want to see him in this situation where he's not getting paid and such. And I know that he kind of went through similar troubles at Bradford and stuck with Bradford at the times when we were going through financial trouble as well. So it's really unlucky for him on a personal level. But hopefully, like at the end of the tunnel, is that he does obviously get get a contract somewhere else. And if that's at Bradford, then I know there'll be a lot of Bradford fans, including myself, that would be very happy with that. When it comes to Jack Armonroyd, I know he spent quite a lot of time in the Championship before he went up to Super League as well, kind of similar to Ethan, but I think he was at York for a while and then somewhere else, Featherstone, I think. But there was rumours that he was coming to us, but then I've now heard rumours he's actually going to Oldham now. So not too sure about that one with Jack, but he'd be a good asset too. Obviously, he's another young prop who's, I think he's about 6'4", and obviously strong Super League player, so definitely won't say no to it. But it looks like he might be off to Oldham, so I'm just living in hope that there is some truth in the Ethan Ryan rumour.
Yeah, and as you say, sad times for Salford. As you say, Bradford have been in that situation themselves. So, let's hope that, maybe next year is a better year for them. Yeah,
hopefully they'll get time to rebuild. I mean, obviously, I know we've not got back to Super League as of yet, and obviously never got back to the kind of fan base and the buzz that we used to have. But we've definitely rebuilt since it happened. Obviously, we got relegated right down to League One, and as I feel like as fan base and the buzz around stuff's getting a bit better now. We're more financially stable, signing good players. So hopefully the same will happen for Salford.
Yeah. And talking of Super League, so the rumbles keep going round, like the media, about the decision to expand Super League, but still no really new information coming out of that. No proper decisions being made about who might be in the running for that. I guess we'll just have to wait until the end of the season to figure that one out.
Yeah, interesting. You kind of were saying about how they're going to decide, though, because I was looking to see if they did decide on IMG. And I think the latest gradings that came out, which was it last year was it November time?
Something like that.
And I think based on that, it'd be Toulouse, London and York that were, I think all three were above us. So yeah, interesting times, because obviously if it's purely on IMG of how it was, we wouldn't get in. But I also know that we've got updated gradings because we've made improvements to the ground and such, and obviously performance this year and attendances and social media and engagement and all that sort of stuff. Well, obviously there'll be a whole other year's worth of data to look at, but yeah, interesting.
And just before we started recording, I saw a tweet from the Bulls saying that this week has been the second highest for social media engagement as well. So, things are looking up for us, and, maybe the gradings will change in our favour. Who knows? But it's uncertain, isn't it?
I am hopeful, but obviously I don't like the situation that's going on with Salford, but that could create, let's say, 3 spots. But yeah, I've kind of got the table up now in front of me just to have a look. And yeah, I think it was from 2024 club grading. So I think this came out about November 2024. And it said 13th was Toulouse, 14th was London Broncos, and 15th was York, with us in 16th. So obviously on that criteria, we wouldn't be getting into Super League. Even if Salford came out, it would be Toulouse, London and York. But like I say, I don't know how much things have weight on them. I know there's certain weight on certain things like the performances and the stadia and all that sort of thing. But yeah, judging by that, unless anything's changed drastically, yeah, we wouldn't be getting into Super League if it was based on IMG. But like we say, we don't know this year's gradings. And if you kind of look at it, apart from Toulouse, who were on 13.58, London were on 12.65, York on 12.42, and Bradford on 12.15. So we're talking
fractions.
We're
of
all
a point.
kind of within the same bracket. Yeah, exactly. So we shall see.
Presumably, London's grading would only be to try and promote the sport down south. Yeah, it seems strange that given their poor performance, they would be so high still.
I think, obviously, like if you look at previous things, obviously they got into Super League and then got relegated. So I think that was probably a contributor towards them getting quite a high score. But it's a bit baffling to me now. I don't really know why. It sounds awful, but I don't know why London in the mix. And I suppose it's because I I'm not in the IMG era in my head. I'm more looking at the performance on the field, and it's a matter of it just baffled me if London got in over us, for example, when they, like I say, they haven't done very well this season. It just seems a bit strange to me. I totally understand Toulouse and York. I mean, they're up there, they're performing, they deserve it. I don't really understand why some clubs would be picked, but I suppose this is why I'm not one of the bigwigs of rugby league.
Maybe one day. Anyway, moving on then. We've got another big match on Friday night. It's we play host to Doncaster.
Yeah, last Friday night, like I say, a bit disappointed, to be honest. I have really enjoyed them, but at least it's not the last home match. But I'd love to see a full 80-minute performance on this one. The slow starts, I think, can trip us up if we don't kind of back it up with the good defence. I mean, luckily we have been backing it up with good defence following that, but I would love to see an 80-minute performance. And it'd be nice to see Bradford really kick on at this one. I know Doncaster will come in on high confidence after winning 4 of their last 5, and I think the only one they did lose was against Toulouse. So it's definitely going to be a tough test and not to be taken lightly. I think last time it was their player Gebby, I think, that caused us a lot of issues, and need to keep an eye on him, I think, to be able to get the win. But yeah, I think underestimate them at his own peril would be my warning for this week, I think. But hopefully that's the message that Bradford players are getting anyway.
Yeah, but in our favour, we've won. Is it 3 on the bounce now? So we're in good form as well. So hopefully that confidence can carry through to this week as well. And I know Brian No-ble was saying that. First of all, he likes the Friday night kickoffs as well, and it helps having the full 7 days between matches, so Friday to Friday. And I know it's hard for those players who have full-time jobs as well, but I think he was confident that they could get a performance out of them this coming week as well. Yeah,
I really hope so. I mean, I hate to be on this streak of optimism because I feel like it's going to scupper me at some point. But I'm feeling confident. Like I say, hopefully it don't come back to bite me, but I feel like we are building just at the right time. Things seem to be clicking. Like I say, I know it's not 100% performances. I know there's still things to kind of work on, and I'm sure like Brian No-ble and the players themselves will be saying the same thing. But I do think that, I'm just seeing kind of consistent improvement, especially in defence, apart from kind of sloppy soft tries that we give away, but consistently kind of, like say, second halves especially, we're keeping teams out and the attack is clicking, and it's like say it's the business end of the season and it seems to be happening. So I'm really hopeful that we will come out with a win on this one. But again, I really hope that I'm not here really depressed on as next podcast saying that I was totally wrong. So what's your predictions, Alan?
Yeah, I'm definitely confident of a Bulls win. It's at home. We've been performing really well. I'm going to go for a 10-point win this time.
10-point win, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to be more confident. I'm going to say a couple of tries.
Oh, excellent. So what do you make of who might be in the squad?
Yeah, so I think Hill will definitely be in. I think he'll come and slot in. It's just who is going to be out. That's the question. I think I'm not sure of. It depends if we still have Doro. Obviously, if we don't have Doro, then Hill can slot in where he leaves. But if we do, then it's a lovely headache to have, really, because it looks like you'd be kind of dropping an informed prop, to be fair. So yeah, it's a question of who he'd drop out of it. Would it be Lawrence? But unlikely, obviously, he's captain. Sker, can't see him dropping Sker. So then Bayliss or Michael. Again, I think they both had really good matches last week. So yeah, kind of tough to see. Well, interesting as well to see who he does actually pick this week. And also if Tafua's fit, that's another head scratcher as well, because obviously we're talking about the kind of wing and centre positions with the talk of Ethan Ryan coming in. If Tafua's fit as well, we've got even more of a headache. And is it that we stay consistent and stay the same squad, or do we bring back like players that we know are strong, who are back from injury or obviously newly signed. Definitely going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, no, a great time of year to have an embarrassment of riches, isn't it? So, yeah. Also, in the Championship this weekend, then we've got London Broncos versus Toulouse. We've got Panthers versus Sheffield Eagles. Hunslet play York, Oldham play Barrow, and then we've got the Vikings against the Bulldogs as well. So, yeah, quite a lot going on. Obviously, we'd expect a York win there, probably a Toulouse win as well. So, probably no surprises you would expect there.
Yeah, I think that would be my prediction, but I suppose you never know with the London. Sometimes they do tend to perform at home, and I know they've had a couple of good results for them. So let's hope they can have a good result this week. I'll be supporting London this week anyway, and yeah, I'll support Hunslet as well. But I don't think they've got a shot against York, to be honest. But I think they will definitely try and give them a good game, though. They played really well this week just gone against Doncaster and gave them a game. So hopefully they just keep at them so York don't build the points difference up too much.
Great. And now, so there's only one more thing left to go, but we might need to do a double. Bull or no-ble. As we missed it last week, thanks to my dodgy internet connection. So
yeah, seeing as we lost you last week.
Yeah. So I have 3 statements ready for you, and
Ooh.
I believe you've prepared 3 statements for me as well.
Yes, I have. Yeah, we'll have a double dose, seeing as we lost you last week. But yeah, glad to have you back.
Okay, so my questions are all around our favourite hooker, Sam Hallas. Other hookers we also like as well, but for the purposes of this segment, he's our favourite hooker.
Oh, it's one of my favourites, is Sam.
Okay, so my 3 statements are: he started his career at the Leeds Rhinos. So the second statement is that he has had 4 periods at the Bradford Bulls, like either on loan or signing permanently, and like he's been at other clubs sort of in between. And the final statement was that he has made 10 Super League appearances, scoring 4 tries.
Right, so I think definitely true is that he started his career at Leeds Rhinos. I'm pretty sure that he came up through the academy at Leeds. And then obviously we signed him on loan from Leeds originally before he signed for us. So I would say, yes, that is true. Yes, so I think the 4 periods at Bradford Bulls, I'll go for he came on loan in 2017. And then he signed permanently for us. And then he came back, I think, once he'd been to Newcastle. And then he went to Hunslet for a bit, if I remember rightly, and then came back. So that would be 4 periods. So I'm going to say that one is no-ble. But then the other statement, I don't think he's played that many in Super League, because I know he came up through the Leeds Academy, but I don't think he actually played that many games like in the first team for him.
And so you're saying that the Super League one is bull?
Yeah, I definitely know that he came from the Leeds Academy. I think he had 4 different periods with us. And therefore, I think the bull question, statement, is that about the Super League appearances.
Absolutely right. Yeah, so in fact, he's only made 2 Super League appearances and he hasn't scored any points in Super League. So there we go.
Okay.
So
I didn't even know he made 2 appearances, to be honest.
Yeah, apparently. You now have 3 statements for me.
I do, yeah. It's a double whammy this week. But yeah, thanks for those ones. I enjoyed that. But I'm glad I know a bit about Sam Hallas, because like I say, he is one of my faves. So it's nice to know that I do actually know some facts about him. So your facts could be quite hard, but shouldn't be, because it's about our new signing, Chris Hill. Okay. So if you've been paying close attention to social media, Alan, that you'll probably know the answers to these statements. But no cheating now. So yes, the 3 statements are: Chris Hill has been at 5 clubs throughout his career.
Right.
He has made 41 appearances for England internationally.
Mm-hmm.
and he started his career at Lee in the Championship and made it to Super League permanently with Warrington Wolves signing him.
Okay. Well, they all sound very impressive. Unfortunately, I haven't been following him closely on X or Instagram. I know they have put a few posts out on each of those platforms.
Yeah, just little tidbit for you. A little tidbit for you, Alan. I actually wrote these Bull or No-ble questions and then saw that Twitter posted all of these answers about him once we'd signed him. So I was like, brilliant. So I thought if you had looked at, not Twitter, X, if you had looked at X, you'd get the answers, but I'm glad you haven't. So yeah, you can have a good guess.
Okay. So what was the first statement again, please?
So the first one was that he's been at 5 clubs throughout his career.
And then, so I remember the other one. So you said that he's played for England 41 times. Now, I'm not quite sure if you're being sneaky. I thought I had a number of 40 in my head, but 41's quite close. So, that's possible.
Yeah, he started at Lee in the Championship and then he made it to Super League permanently by signing with Warrington Wolves.
Right, started at Lee, signed for Warrington Wolves. Well, I'm not. So I'm going to say that the England statement is true. I know it might be a bit dodgy with the number of games, but I'm going to say that one's true. And so it's a bit of a toss-up between the first and the last statement. I'm going to say that the last statement is false. So he did not start his career at Lee and/or then made it to Super League by signing with Warrington.
Okay, so I can tell you that he did start his career with Lee and he made it to the Super League by signing for Warrington. That was actually No-ble.
Oh, dear.
The Bull question, or statement, sorry, I keep saying question. The Bull statement was that he'd made 41 appearances for England internationally. He has made 41 international appearances, but 37 were for England and 4 were for Great Britain.
Oh,
so it was a bit of a trick question anyway.
That's mean.
I know, yeah. So, and that's why I said they posted it on to say that he'd done like 37 for England and 4 for Great Britain. And I thought, they've ruined my Bull or No-ble question, but thankfully he'd not seen it. So obviously the other statement again was true. He's been at 5 clubs throughout his career, which were Lee, and then he got signed by Warrington, went to Huddersfield. Latest one was obviously Salford, and then he's come to Bradford.
Well, we look forward to seeing him on Friday night. So that brings us to the end of another episode of Talking Bullish.
Yeah, thanks once again for listening. And I hope you tune in. Like I say, tell your friends and tell people to give us a listen. And as always, let's say we encourage comments on social media or any interaction from anyone. So, yeah, give us a follow, give us a listen.
Yeah, Laura's been working very hard posting on the socials, and we've been keeping an eye on all the analytics. So it's very exciting when we see all your streams and comments and things. So, yeah, keep that going.
Yeah, thanks for anyone who votes in my little polls that I'm running on TikTok or on Facebook and such. So yeah, it's I always get a little smile even if I see that one person's voted. So when I get 2 or 3, I'm really chuffed. So yeah, it pays off in the end. But even if one listener is enjoying us chatting away about things, then it's worth it. So we're enjoying doing it. So thank you. Absolutely. And of course, you'll be at Odsal on Friday. I will not be, but I will be following on the TV stream. So yeah, good luck to the Bulls, and let's hope for the win. Yeah, look forward to it, and yeah, sad to see the last Friday, like I say, but it's hopefully going to end on a positive and a win for the Bulls. Come on, you Bulls.